I've been telling you something for years and you didn't believe me. Well, now I'm going to show you proof from the boiling cesspool that is TikTok. Our first example that TikTok sucks at fish keeping comes from this channel, removing all of the water from the tank to expose the beautiful reef background, scrubbing every single inch of the glass. Make sure you get everything off of there. Use your child's toy. This is a pro tip, folks. Use your child's toy to prop up one side of the aquarium to make sure all of the water flows to one side, making it easier to remove all of it. Replace all of the water with 5-gallon jugs. I'm not going to yell at the guy. That's actually a pretty smart way of refilling it. I've never even thought of that. I don't know if he's refilling those jugs or what. It doesn't matter. We're replacing all of that water all the way up to the top. Let's put a plant in there. That is going to help with filtration. And then let's put our 10 to 12 fancy goldfish back in there. What is it? A 20-gallon tank, if that? But hey, looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So the lesson from this fine example of fish keeping on TikTok is, if your tank's dirty, empty it completely out, scrub everything down, refill it with water, and put your 10 or 12 fancy goldfish back into your 20-gallon tank. This TikTok has over 51,000 views. Once again, the strategy here, if your tank's dirty, just dump it all out. And in her case, it's easier to just dump it into the sink. What a fine strategy for maintaining an aquarium. And hey, listen, if you're going to do this and you're going to film it for social media, make sure you make a sexy little face to the camera while you're doing this, you know, because that's how you grow a big following on social media. There it is again. Let's be overly dramatic about the way we pour it in here. Now, I'm pretty sure what just happened there is her friend that's up in the corner that doesn't have anything better to do than to watch her through FaceTime change water in her aquarium the absolute wrong way. I believe she said something like, "Don't pour the fish out." And the genius that's dumping the tank out said, "I'm not." I'm pretty sure that's what happened. She definitely just said, "The water's green." Very efficient way of draining your tank out and clearing out all of your whatever those decorations are. And listen, I like this strategy that she's going to use here. Just rest the tank on its side. Big deal. Use the little hose there on your sink. Make sure you rinse everything out. Get that rainbow gravel really nice and clear. And hey, let me tell you, I have no life. But her friend Tiana there, I think was her name, she needs to find something better to do than to sit around and watch her friend dump aquariums into the sink.
Clean my fish's aquarium with me. BTW, my fish are completely fine. This is what happens when the filter is full after 3 weeks.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, the fish, they don't look upset at all. They're completely fine. When the filter's full, they just get down on the bottom and they just lay down and they just rest for a little while. It's really no big deal. Don't worry about it.
Emptying the water and cleaning the walls of glass with a sponge that is specifically for the aquarium.
This might be our first real piece of advice that is actually good advice that we've seen all day. Use a sponge that is specific to the aquarium. Don't go out and get your mom's sponge that she just used to clean the toilet. Use one that doesn't have any chemicals or any additives or anything in it, and just use that for the aquarium. I like the fact that this person gave that piece of advice. Finally, we've got something good.
Clean the filter and decorations.
Yeah, make sure you do that because, you know, you got to do this right? I mean, you don't want to waste any time.
All clean now, it's time to add fresh water.
Ooh. Ooh, I appreciate the effort, but that old snap transition, yeah, that didn't work real well for you. Sorry about that.
This is for the pH of the new water. All clean.
You know, this is not going to be the first time or the last time you're going to hear this in this video, that people use water conditioners. They do it to make the pH right. I don't know. I don't know where this comes from. You're going to hear that as we go on. But this TikTok has 16,000 views. Hey, you know how almost every YouTuber now is saying, let me take an opportunity to thank today's video sponsor, and then they read you like a 2-minute long ad read for some stupid company that they know nothing about? I refuse to do that. If you ever see me do that, it's because I am super desperate. But what I will do is say, hey, listen, if you're entertained by this channel, if you appreciate what we're doing and you want to support the channel, check out our website, keepfishkeeping.com. We have everything that you're going to need for your aquarium: live plants, live betas, live snails, and all of the fish food, chemicals, and equipment you could ever need. You want to support the channel? Check that out. Order from us. We'll send it all right out to you. I had to cut out the strange computer voice from this one because it had that stupid do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do. You know that song that everyone uses on TikTok? It gets on my nerves. I realize I'm the old man in the room, but come on, there's more than just that song. Exquisite camera work here. And hey, listen, I like the idea of using a shop vac, but at the same time, I think about how much of a pain in the ass they are to empty. That looks like a pretty good sized tank. I'd rather empty a bucket several times than roll a shop vac through. Plus, you see, he's just now removing the fish from the tank, and those hoses for shop vacs can be pretty big. You may end up with a fish in your shop vac. There's probably a video on YouTube, on TikTok of somebody doing that. Ooh, that was nasty. Did you see that? Now, I want to stop it here. First of all, I dig the Crocs. I like those. Wear those to a Grateful Dead concert. I would do that if I liked Grateful Dead, but I only like one of their songs. This, to me, ladies and gentlemen, looks like a fantail goldfish and a cichlid. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. I know you're having a hard time taking your eyes off of those glorious rainbow Crocs, but that looks like a cichlid and a fantail goldfish for me. To me. Not a good idea. That shit stank. The computer voice said that, but of course I had to. Oh, see, now here we are. Here we go. Now this is either a genius or a complete moron. I think you know what I would say about it. They're spraying something in there, and I've got a sneaky suspicion that it's not water that's being sprayed in that tank. I don't know what that was because there looked like there was a little bit of foam out of it. Oh, good God Almighty. I don't care what it is. Don't spray anything into your aquarium. This person here, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to say what I really should say right now. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Tank looks glorious now. I wish we could have seen that other fish, but it was hiding behind the goldfish. Like I said, I do think that was a cichlid and a goldfish. I've seen crazier things, but we don't need that being spread around the internet. This TikTok has 16.2 thousand views.
This was the most disgusting fish tank that I've ever seen. This guy didn't know how to clean the tank and called and asked if I could come clean his fish tank for him. I told him I would do it for free.
First thing I have to say is thank you, Grant Chases Fish, for helping your lazy friend out with this aquarium. The whole point of using this video as an example here is I really find two excuses across all of TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. Two excuses for not cleaning the tank. One is either I don't know how to do it, and two is I don't want to hurt the fish. When you tell me you don't know how to do it, I call BS on that, because why would you have set it up if you don't know how to clean the tank? It's ridiculous. It's not rocket science. And as long as you're not watching these videos, this one's fine. But the other ones that we've been watching, as long as you're not watching those to learn how to clean out an aquarium, it'll take you 5 minutes to learn how to clean one. And the second excuse of I don't want to hurt the fish, I mean, you think they're in a better situation if they're in their sewer? You see what these tanks look like? Come on. You're not going to hurt your fish by doing a water change. In this idiot's situation, they're actually going to benefit greatly from getting out of that mud puddle.
I'm kind of regretting it because of how long this whole thing took.
Let's just be honest with each other, okay? I'm sorry to interrupt Grant here again, but all of the excuses of not cleaning a tank, that's all they are. They're excuses to be lazy. That's it.
The water was straight up black when I was draining the water.
The water was straight out black when I was draining the water.
When I finally finished draining the tank water, I went outside to dump it into the grass, and when I did that, the smell was unbelievable. Scraping the back algae of the glass was the most satisfying part of the whole video.
I get that.
I decided to put all his fish in a bucket to keep them safe while I did all this. I did almost 100% water change, but I left like 10% of their old water. The beneficial bacteria in the tank will be fine, because it's still all in the rocks and filter.
Again, thank you, Grant. Finally, we get a little bit of good information here. The tank should not have been in the condition that it was in to begin with. So shame on the person that you're helping out here, Grant. Good for you, though, for at least being the closest thing to doing it right that we've seen so far in this video. As a matter of fact, this is the right way to do it. This is how I would have done it. And so you did a fine job here, but finally we have somebody that uses a little bit of fish keeping knowledge to say, hey, let's leave the substrate alone. Maybe we're going to vacuum it out, but we're not going to take it outside and scrub it off and shovel it out and do all that nonsense. We're going to, for the most part, leave it alone and clean everything else. Good for you, Grant. Thank you. I don't know you, never heard of you, but thank you for at least having some good information in here. The whole video is good, except for your friend being lazy. But yeah, good for you that you did the right thing here.
It doesn't even look like the same tank after it's completely cleaned. This guy has another fish tank that said he has never cleaned it either. I've never had a saltwater tank, but I want to save Dory and Nemo. Should I buy them from this guy?
Yes, Grant, you absolutely should buy Nemo and Dory from this idiot. I know he's your friend, but you know that he's a lazy bastard, right? I mean, come on, that's what's going on here. Get those tanks, both of them, out of his bedroom so that he will have so much more room for activities. This video has 25,000 views on TikTok and 767,000 views on YouTube Shorts. And now, there's this.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how I clean my fish tank. So I start by unplugging everything. My filter was broken, so it needed to be replaced.
If you look real close here, you'll see that there's at least 5 comet goldfish and angelfish. And if you look real close in some angles, you'll see what TikTok likes to refer to as a suckerfish in a 10-gallon tank.
Out half of the water and started taking the fish out. I do that because they jump a little bit, and you'll see Johnny jump almost.
Don't let Johnny jump.
Out, yeah.
I love when
take
people
out
name
the
their
water,
fish. I do.
If they jump and they land on the floor, I don't know about y'all, but I will not be picking them up. Okay, so finish taking out the water. It was really murky by this point because all the food that had settled started to took it outside, cleaned it up.
I took out the murky water and then took it outside to clean it with the water hose. There it is.
Start everything back. Put some Start Right in there. It fixes the pH so the fish will.
And here we are again. I put some Start Right in there because it fixes the pH. Jungle Start Right with aloe vera naturally conditions tap water to be safe for fish by removing chlorine and chloramine, neutralizing heavy metals, adding electrolytes, and supporting the production of a healthy slime coat. Start Right may be used with new tanks or monthly maintenance in fresh or saltwater aquariums. Zero mention of making the pH right so that it's safe and healthy for the fish. That's misinformation.
Survive. Wipe it down a little bit, get everything together. I bought a new filter, so these put it together.
That's a big one.
Get it plugged back up.
That's what she said.
Put a drip lid and back in. And then you can up the water under the filter for like 20 minutes to check the reaction.
Yeah, let it sit for about 20 minutes before adding the fish. That's very important.
Well, at least 20 minutes. That's all I did because I had somewhere to be.
At least.
Anyways, put my fish back in there. Look at them. They look so happy and healthy. And I got a new fish, y'all. He's an angel fish. What y'all think I should name him?
We've got more. Okay, the first thing I need to say about this video is that I do appreciate the fact that this young lady was willing to do whatever work needs to be done to make the aquarium healthy. Although it did look like it had sat for a while with the broken filter before she got to work on this tank. Maybe she needed some content for TikTok. But now with that being said, I've got to say this is an example of doing absolutely everything wrong in fish keeping. Everything from removing all of the water, taking it outside to hose it all off, cleaning everything else off, starting up a brand new filter that's 5 sizes too big for that tank, and then putting 5 goldfish, an angelfish, a pleco, and a new angelfish back in there in a 10-gallon tank. But make sure you wait 20 minutes so the water can be right. This TikTok, folks, has 139,000 views. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I have been telling you for years that the overwhelming majority of people that have aquariums just have aquariums. They are not fish keepers. They're not crazy people like you and me. They're just people that have an aquarium in the corner. Oh, aren't they so cute? And that is what it is. They're the people that believe that the fish is going to grow to the size of the tank. They're the people that believe plecos clean the tank and eat up all of the poop. They're the people that believe a bigger filter means you have to do less work. They're the people that believe all of the wrong things. And it's a damn shame that you have people that are just going through their daily lives looking for content on YouTube or on TikTok. In this case, all of these were from TikTok, and they say, you know, I'll clean my aquarium. Even though I don't know jack shit about aquariums, I'm going to put out this information for all the people to see. Well over 1 million views if you combine all of these videos that we've talked about in this. I'm going to put this information out there, even though I don't know what I'm talking about, and all of the people will see it, and I'll make sure that I frame it in a way where I know what I'm talking about. And the shame of all of it is people are going to see that. They are going to believe that all of this information is correct. Some of it was, but most of it wasn't. And that's how they're going to take care of their aquariums. Listen, folks, if you need proper information, don't get it from TikTok. Thank God there are channels like Luke's Goldies out there. I think that guy is doing some amazing things, and he's got really good information out there. But if you search aquariums, if you search dirty aquarium, cleaning aquarium, which is what I searched for this video, this kind of nonsense is what you end up with. I'm not trying to take any personal shots at the people in this video, because I do believe they know, or they thought they were doing what's right. And they were sharing what they thought was right with lots and lots and lots of people. In some cases, 139,000, in some cases, 60,000, whatever. Making silly, cute little faces at the camera, doing all of that stuff, creating content for social media that is bogus, horrible, terrible information, and sets a bad influence for the people that are watching it that don't know any better. And this is why I despise the word influencer, and I cringe a little bit when people call me an influencer. I understand. I get it. But I don't like that. I don't want to be lumped in with that whole crowd. This is a bad place. TikTok is a dark place to be when it comes to this kind of stuff. Not all the stuff about fish keeping on TikTok is bad, but as I've gone through for this video, I found one video and I was like, let me look into this. And all of a sudden I end up with all of these other videos. It's just a boiling cesspool of turds. And it really, really bothers me. So listen, stay away from TikTok if you want good information about fish keeping, or at least be careful who you get your information from. If you get your information from a fish keeping channel like Luke's Goldies, then you should be good. But if you look at a TikTok from somebody that's telling you how to take care of an aquarium, and then you go to their channel, do they call it that on TikTok? I don't know. And you see all of their videos and that's the only video they have about an aquarium, understand that they just needed content one day and they're like, what the hell? I'll clean my tank and show people how I do it. Don't pay attention to what those people are doing. They don't know what they're talking about. They have SpongeBob pineapples in their tanks. They put goldfish and angels and cichlids together and plecos in 10-gallon tanks. It's anarchy. Stay away from it and just get your information from me. You'll be fine. At least in my opinion, you'll be fine. But this was fun and also extraordinarily frustrating at the same time. But I did enjoy making this video. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, subscribe to the channel. Do all of that stuff. I don't like begging for those things. And I liked this so much, I might just do this again. I don't know. We'll see. But this was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.